Hello, hello. I was so excited to be here with you all today that I failed to mute myself. For those of you who are learning along with us, you probably already know I'm Jessica Rose. And what we're doing is we're going together through the Free Code Camp JavaScript curriculum, the brand new one. And we're doing a free little laid back boot camp. We're having a little bit of a time with JavaScript because we're learning a lot of new things. And learners in the chat, let me know some of the things we've learned in the last couple of weeks. I remember I'll call dibs on for loops. What else have we been learning? Yeah, so I'll give you a second to do that. And while I do that, Ramon is not here today. And instead, we have the world's most laid back and delightful guest pair host. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Laura, hello.
Hello.
So you can either introduce yourself or I can introduce you, but I'll be like very American and very effusive about it. So it's your choice.
Hello, I'm Laura. I'm not American.
No. Laura is absolutely brilliant, fantastic computer scientist, really good at languages, and just so interesting. So I know, Laura, you're only around today, so learners shouldn't decide they like you better than me. That would not be productive, right?
I'm sure it won't happen.
And gracious as well. So today we are done with our calorie counter, which I didn't love it being a calorie counter personally. We're going to build a music player. Ah, rad. And we're going to learn some string and array methods like find, for each, map, and join. Okay. These are probably going to be important. So we're going to start the project, just have a look at what it looks like. We've got some Quincy Lawson. He's the founder of Free Code. Yeah, it looks like we've got some Quincy Lawson fan art. We've got some controls. We've got the songs here. Let's go ahead and start. This one's really cool because they've done all our CSS and JavaScript for us. Amazing. And now's the hard part. Start by accessing the playlist songs with get element ID and assign them to variables. Laura, I've got like a 20% confidence idea of how to do this. What are you thinking? No pressure.
So we want to get the variable name and put that down with
maybe a let. We're not sure. Like it'll give us an error if it wants the other one. So we're going to make variables with these.
Const usually, and then if I think I need to not have it be constant. And then we want to, yes, exactly.
Oh, this was the part where I was like, oh, I'm 20% sure of this. I was really, really excited for you to be like, no, that's wrong. But it sounds like maybe it's not. Get element ID, and that's going to be play list.
Yes. We need to call get element ID on the document.
Document dot get element ID.
Yes.
I definitely knew that. I was testing you. Yeah, that's.
We also probably want to put the playlist songs in. I believe it is, well, whatever kind of quotes you like.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. And I'm famously lazy. I need a semicolon on the end of this, I bet.
Yes.
I'm famously lazy. So I'm going to copy that. No, do you know what? I'm even lazier than copying this. Do you know what I'm going to do? Is Ramon's like the nice teacher and I'm the mean one. So we've done this, and what we would do is make 2 more elements with the same syntax. Skip ahead. We're going to skip ahead. We're going to go jump from step 1 to step 2. We're not going to run our tests and get that little green stripe. We're going to abandon our learners and let them do these on their own. And I'm just going to do a little bit of housekeeping, which is remove a cat from my desk. Come on, man. Come on. Thanks. So we can get stuff. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Let's see. Folks from last time were saying, oh, you know what we've learned in the last couple of weeks. Laura, Ramon and I had very different takes on regular expressions. You love them, hate them? You're okay with them?
I think they're a necessary evil that most
Oh.
people tend to just copy and paste stuff from, wherever, Stack Overflow or what have you, something someone else has already done. I have seen some horrifying uses in the past, but necessary.
So the last couple of weeks, last 2 weeks, we've learned regular expressions. We learned about add event listener. What else? Yeah, very, very chill stuff. Today, access the next, previous, and shuffle elements from the HTML file and assign them to the variable. This sounds like this would be the exact same thing we've done here with setting a const. Next button, previous button, shuffle button. And then is it going to be get element by ID and then these next, previous, shuffle again?
Yep, sounds like it.
We're going to skip to step 3 then. We're just going a little bit fast because we're going to do some hard stuff in it when we get up a little bit. Okay. Create an empty array. I'm 70% confident I can do this. Oh, wait. Is an array is a, do I have to say let in front of it?
Yeah, it's a variable, so you probably want to change it. So yes, let.
And then just an empty box?
Beautiful.
Oh, I disagree too, but a test's a test. The cool thing is we got a little green stripe. Ramon always does a little pat to reinforce that dopamine. What's step 4 got? Okay. I can never remember how to do objects.
They're the
So,
curly ones.
yes, we've got some curly braces. And then is it just like this? ID.
You can just copy and paste it.
I
So
can just copy and paste it. Oh,
yes.
literally.
Yeah. I mean, obviously take the comma off the last one because we don't
Yeah.
need anything else.
You are a gift and a vision. If we check our code,
We
yeah. I get to just copy and paste again?
seems like it, yeah.
All right. Do you know what? You're not going to believe me, but we had the hardest time yesterday. Okay, what did I break? Oh, I need, so this is, does it get, I think this broke because, why did this break?
You've got is that two different
Ah,
songs?
it is.
Have you opened a new object?
I have opened a new object. Do I need a comma between the objects?
Can I see the code down below?
Yeah.
You've
Oh,
got the IDO twice. So you've got two different things within the same object here.
oh yeah. Oh, that's weird. Huh. ID 0. I do absolutely have ID 0 twice. You are,
You might want to
I'm just going
delete
to
the second
recopy.
one.
Do you know what? I'm going to control Z. Cool. I'm just going to
Yeah.
copy and paste this one more time because I seems like I copied and pasted the code above it as well. I was very, very pleased with myself and apparently am not doing a very chill job with copying and pasting today.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I think you might be believing to give me too much credit.
Ta-da!
I'm a little suspicious that this is going to ask us to do the same thing like 4 more times, right?
That would be cruel.
Sometimes Free Code Camp is cruel to be kind. And why don't we see anything yet? Oh, this is a question for the learners, I bet. So like, y'all, we've made these objects and in the preview we saw this. What's up with that? This is our bear supported break. So the boot camp is always free. Free Code Camp's right in the name. It's always free. But the people at Free Code Camp who make the learning material, they're a registered charity. So if you have the extra cash, it's a really nice thing to do to donate, but don't spend money you don't have, please. Oh, learners saying like, hey, maybe we're not seeing it because we're not sort of injecting our HTML into our page yet. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? Step 6, we're going to skip to step 7 because y'all don't need to see me struggle to copy and paste again. Okay. Step 7 says, okay, look, we've added the rest of the songs for you. This was getting repetitive. It's chill. So we've added the rest of the songs for you. We're going to use an API. Laura, I know this is like the scariest question, but like, what's an API?
Oh gosh. There's correct responses to this. And usually when you ask fancy people, they give you fancy response. But I like to think of it as an endpoint that you can be like, hi, I have an object. I want this stuff from the object I know you have.
Oh, do you know what? So I'm only confident around this. We're just making a we're making a new constant, setting it to new audio. Oh, new audio. Is there a space? Deep and abiding chaos.
Sorry, I got
Um,
distracted by the question.
no. So we've got people giving really, really good answers. Oh, a set of methods and places you can do to call it get something, a set of functions and procedures allowing the creation of applications. These are when talking to folks who haven't used it for the first time, I like to imagine that an API is a library, like a physical book and paper library. And it's got stuff inside it that you'd like to access. And it's also got a desk at the library. So you need to come up to the desk with a request and you say, hey, I want this thing you have. I want to get something, or I want to give you a book, or I want to delete a book. I've got some things I could do at the library, but first I've got to go up to that desk. I've got to request what I want to do in the right format, and I've got to show my library card. Oftentimes I need to prove I'm allowed to. Ooh, Scar, this is a good point. So a graphical user interface, a GUI, are like an operating system on that has a graphical interface. So if you're on what's a non-technical GUI? Hang on just a second. I'm going to make a const again. Do we think const?
It does say declare an empty user data using the let keyword, so I would
Oh,
personally.
thank you. A consistent demonstration of reading the instructions. So it's an object. Oh, it's an object. So is it?
Curly brace.
Yeah. Curly brace. We're okay with that?
Semicolon. Yep.
Yeah. Pat. The learners will back me up on this. We had the hardest lesson yesterday. There were tears. There was screaming. And I'm a little suspicious because this still seems fine.
Directing you into state of classes for the weekend, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like chill vibes coming all the way into the weekend. Or it's going to get us in a second, maybe.
Oh, that could also be true, yeah.
So because we want to be able to shuffle and delete songs from the playlist without deleting all of our actual songs, we're going to create a copy of the all songs array without mutating the original. Okay. Oh, here's the spread operator. I haven't seen this before. The spread operator, ... Oh, allows me to copy all the elements from one array into another. It can be used to both concatenate, so add together multiple arrays into one. Okay. So in here, I'm going to create a songs property. And it was for an object, was it a colon?
That's the one.
Right. You're very, very reassuring. And that's going to be an array with ... All songs? Shush, that works? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously that works. Oh, Kristen said this in a really interesting way. Thinking of an API as like a database or application that will send you out information if you ask nicely. It'll let you do something with information if you ask in just the right way. Uh, do you know what? I dream of a day where I get to make the learners teach the course in the future. It's and they always think I'm kidding. No, I'm gonna get them. We've already got a really good, student teacher, student instructor, assistant instructor, associate instructor, who we've bullied into joining us to handle the song's information. Okay. Oh,
More keys and more bunnies.
so just oh, what's null?
Oh boy.
Right?
It's it's a specific way to say nothing is there, but it has its own special properties. Oh gosh.
So it's more like a nah than a zero.
Oh gosh, it gets complicated and it depends on the language. So I don't. Yeah.
That's very safe. So I'm just grabbing. Oh, and don't forget the Scar makes a really good point, saying like, look, it's a deep philosophical concept. And Tina's like, look, it's the absence of, which is a deep philosophical concept. Brekke's asking, so is this three dots like the JavaScript doing a control C copy of the array for us? I think maybe yes.
It's a
Oh
nice one.
no. Oh no.
Arrow function syntax. Dun dun dun.
So we've learned a couple different ways to like write. We learned how to do loops, and then they taught us a completely different syntax for loops, which was cruel and unusual. Is this going to be the same thing with functions, where we've gotten really chill with how to make a function, and now they're going to give us a completely different way to do it?
It's not too different, but I do remember kind of JavaScript changing after I learned it. I was like, okay, I know Java. Oh man, they changed it again.
Oh,
But you know, they try to make things better, so
so
that's
const
delightful.
add arrow. Okay, so I don't have to say function first. Hmm. So const arrow equals the parameters A and B, and then the arrow and the curly braces are going to be the function action that we run on these parameters.
Yep, the main body of the function is within those after the rocket. Pretty sure I've heard it called
Oh,
be called a
oh,
rocket before.
I'm just gonna drop it in the chat. Okay, you then. Thank you so much for coming with me while I'm trying not to freak out. So I'm not okay with this, but instead of saying function, we're going to say const. Equals, and this is what I think is the weirdest thing. I'm I think that maybe if it takes an array as a parameter, we wouldn't put smooth braces blocks?
You just need to put in the name of whatever your array would be. The
Okay,
yeah,
so we can literally call it array.
yeah. So
Okay.
it's I found this confusing as well. It's called array, but it makes you think that you're taking in an array.
Yeah.
But it actually means literally just say array, the name of the parameter.
So AB, and then I don't think we're so
So we just want to put your curly braces in.
Oh, so we still need curly braces even though it's oh,
If it was a single line that you actually had something in there, you could just leave it without the curly braces. But I
oh,
believe you need.
I believe I may need to spell things right.
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh, I'm so deeply suspicious. Like I don't love that we've got a new way to write functions, but so far we're learning it in like little baby steps. So it's not. I'll ask the learners as well. Like y'all, is this hurting y'all? Like this is we're okay, we're cool. They watched me retreat into an emotional support hoodie when we did regular expressions,
I mean, we all need this emotional support hoodie. We all need
right?
the emotional support hoodie.
A lot of the learners were just like, no, no, this is easy. I love it. Monsters, terrifying, terrifying. So,
Beautiful, ever-changing monsters.
right later when we call the render songs function, would pass in the songs array inside the user data object. When I do, the function will loop through the array and build the HTML for all the songs. So this is what learner was saying earlier, saying, "Hey, we're we're not seeing our songs show up because they're not being they're not setting the inner text for our web page yet." Okay, the map method. We don't so we'll use the map method and we don't know it. Don't have to know anything about it yet. So we're just making and when we say array here, this is going to be our we're talking about a variable named array that we haven't made yet. Maybe let's triple check.
No, we're within the function, so it's taking that parameter.
Okay, so we're still
So if you
inside.
scroll up a little bit, we're actually secretly within the function.
Mm.
We're on line 90, and if we look at the previous line, 89.
Oh, it snuck us into that arrow syntax function we're making. Okay,
60.
okay. So they are trying to get us, but like in a much less dangerous way than they got us yesterday.
I
Okay.
need to watch yesterday's video.
Oh. I had to go lie down after it. So the map method sort of iterates through an array, like we might loop through something with a loop. Okay. And it'll return a new array. Okay. So the map method is me saying, hey, go through this whole array, iterate through it, and then give me a new array.
Copy and
I'm
paste.
sure that it's going to get me in a second, but I'm okay with this. So
But it has a cute name.
it is pass in. Oh no, pass in. Notice the map method takes a function as an argument. Okay. This is called a callback function. We learned about this. This is one of the things we learned about yesterday. I sort of understand it. So here, the callback function to the map, the callback function should take song as a parameter, use the arrow function syntax, and have an empty body. So the function we're calling is the function we live inside, the render songs?
Um,
Or it's the function
so,
song?
so I think it's like a secret blank function. A secret. Yeah, we're kind of.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad. Um,
Yeah.
okay. The thing I'm not super sure on, and this is going to be a really, really basic, like, what do I write here to make this array?
So if we look above, they've given us a little example.
Okay.
They've got, instead of array.map, they've got numbers.map. If you scroll right slightly, then you can see basically what they've done with the number parameter.
Yeah.
So they've got number, rocket, and then
Number
something.
timed. Okay.
So we need to do that with song instead, and instead of number times 2, we need whatever they want us to do as the body, which is empty body.
Empty body. Okay. So the song is a oh, okay.
So, I mean, you can just copy and paste kind of the above and then replace it with
Song.
yeah.
Oh, so song lives in
It's there.
Mm. And here this side of the function is empty. It's got an empty body.
Yeah. So it's got that little I think curly boys from before.
Yeah. Oh, we still need our curly babies.
Yeah.
So, oh gosh, and I should specify that the curly babies and oh, Mehmet was just like, Jess, come on, you're struggling here. Like it's still a function. And Waka points out, like, hey, when we're talking about the callback is everything in the brackets after map. So the smooth braces song, the rocket annotation, and okay. Yeah. Okay. Do you know what? This passes. And I always tell the learners that sometimes stuff just takes a while to use to feel okay. So inside the map, and that's where we are, we're inside. Add a return statement with we learned about this. I don't
I think it was, yeah.
and I'm so sorry that I don't know where the back tick is on my keyboard because it's mapped incorrectly. So,
Oh.
no, do you know what? It's a very goofy problem. So I'm just, well, like, it's nice
Did
to
you
have
like
goofy
break the
problems.
backtick key or something, or you broke the F key and then
I
mapped the back key to your F key? So if you use any other computer at all, like
I bought a really cute laptop on vacation, but it's mapped to what I don't even know if it's mapped to a US or UK keyboard. It's mapped to how a keyboard works in my heart. Inside map, return,
Mhm.
copy and paste my backticks. Okay. Oh, wait. We've done this before. Okay. So this is where I'm going to, so these backticks mean that I can interpolate the elements, which means like shoot them into the HTML or shoot them into the document. And when it says create a li tag, it literally means an HTML tag.
Yep.
Mm,
And close
I,
it. Yeah.
again, I'm not mad at you. I'm just weird. Oh, I especially don't like using quotes inside this.
And then you put in the wonderful
Oh,
call to that
yeah.
variable, and then it changes color, and then you're upset even more.
No. So this
Oh,
I'm actually not upset about. And the cool
oh
thing is,
no.
oh yeah, this is fine. I mean, it's not fine.
This is fine.
Uh, Matt points out, like, look, this feels a little bit illegal. This is, and Waka, this is a really good question. I'm going to save this to the end. I mean, I'm not very sure that any JavaScript is like whether it's legal or moral. We continue. So I'm okay with this. I know that if we're using these backticks, anytime we add the dollar sign and the curly braces, that's what I'm going to sort of like use. Like when we were concatenating strings, I'm kind of using a different format for the plus sign to bring in some JavaScript into my string. And here that's going to be a variable. Maybe. Okay. Come outside the curly braces. So I'm back in writing my string, but my string is an HTML tag.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not okay with this.
This is what you're not okay with.
Yeah, no, there's I I'm generally sort of very low key not okay. So This is the idea. I've got my quote marks here. This is the class. And the class is just playlist song. We're not going to do anything super wild with that. Okay. I am extremely confident. I mean, like 15% confident that this is going to work.
Wonderful.
Yeah, pat. You
I
still get
think
a pat if you don't know what's going on.
Wacka Baboon put something quite useful.
Yeah. Oh, you can also click on stuff. I think you
Oh, I
can. If you,
can?
yeah, you've got the check. Try it and see.
No, it did not work.
So are we talking about this one?
Yes, I like that one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry you don't have like the magic button
Oh,
pushy power. So, Walkabout, can you talk us through this while I make a button element and maybe cry?
so Wacka Baboon is saying that song rocket song times 2 is the same as song in brackets rocket curly babies, I think is your phrase. Song times 2. So we
Braces if you're an adult.
only legally. Yes, so it's the same thing, but kind of the braces allow you to be more kind of like, yes, this
Okay.
is about
This
it.
is what we're doing here.
This is what we're doing. Ugh.
Okay. And I really like this as a way to sort of emotionally process JavaScript is like the ability to write it different ways lets you sort of confront it. And I'm going to point out I'm still in this return and I'm still in these backticks. So it's
Mhm.
not weird that I'm writing JavaScript code or HTML. It's not weird that we're using pointy braces.
It helps you by changing the color like any good IDE.
Inside no. This is almost definitely illegal. A button's not self-clothing closing. Inside our button, we're gonna have a span. This feels like a lot of HTML to be writing in our JavaScript. I personally don't love it.
I mean, it looks correct so far, so
And then we're gonna add a class playlist song title to the span. Okay. And then we're gonna interpolate. Interpolate is the dollar sign and the curly braces. And this means, hey, we've been writing a string, and here our string is HTML. I'm gonna just push some JavaScript right in the middle. You think we're doing a string? Boom, more JavaScript. And here, that's because I don't want. No, stop it.
oh no, didn't respect you. How
I
dare.
mean, it's mutual. So here, I don't want the text song.title to show up. I want the variable song.title. I want the text that holds to show up.
Ta-da.
Okay. I like this. It's inviting us to get really confident. Okay. Inside the button, create 2 more span elements. Let's just do it. And while we're doing it, how's your day so far? I'm gonna get cocky and then absolutely forget what I'm doing.
Is that an actual question or is that
That's an actual question.
um yeah, good. Um that's it's been an oddly calm Friday, so that's good.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is gonna be a very silly thing to say, but I think I didn't really notice that it was Friday.
Must be nice.
Is it to com
When you have specific Friday tasks at work and so on,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, 'cause sometimes so you work as a developer?
I
Um,
I work as a jack of all trades, master of none, I think.
wh I would what would you how would you describe you've just described it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's how I would describe it, yeah.
because it's not just, "I'm gonna sit down and write code solidly for 8 hours." That's not real, is it? That doesn't happen.
I mean, I think there's some jobs which are more like code heavy, and then some people are a lot much lighter on their kind of code throughout the day. So it kind of depends in which role you end up in, and even different companies, it can be lighter or heavier, different projects.
And I
Um,
haven't talked through this just because it's really similar to what we've just done, and I'm like 70% sure, yes, that we can go on. Everything's fine. Create another okay. How are you with Aria? Like, Aria is a concept.
um,
And
I mean, it's called Aria, and it makes me want to listen to something like slightly operatic. So puts me in a pleasant place to start with.
and this
Um,
is a new like we're still writing HTML, and Aria is sort of a newer aspect of HTML.
mhm.
And these ARIA attributes were brought in to bring us more accessibility, so to work better with assistive technologies. Um, class playlist song delete, and the ARIA label attribute set to delete. Okay. I was really confident. I was like, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you what an R," and then we would just set it like that.
Yeah, we good. We just put in delete and then the little space and string interpolation. You want that inside the quotey quotes.
Inside the quotey quote. Okay, because our what we're doing here is we're going to say, hey, we're going to delete something, and we've got to tell it what we're going to delete in the same. Yeah, okay. I'm also very careful when we teach about Aria because my most annoying cat is named Aria. So if you say it too many times, you just get screaming.
Ooh,
For the content of the delete, what? For the content of the delete icon. I know. Everything's fine. This is saying for like what goes in the button, like what the button will display. I'm going to cut. Wow. I'm going to copy this code and put it in here, maybe?
looks good. So it's inside the. Oh,
No,
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 what just happened? You might
nothing.
want to do a new line. It looks like you did something correct, but maybe having a little paragraph um, makes it easy to read. So just
Yeah.
put in a few paragraphs because the SVG is a bit long.
Okay, but that.
Yep.
Okay, so this is something that I'd like to talk about as well. Like, especially when you're new, this can be terrifying, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh no, what are these numbers? I've never seen a clip path rule. Maybe I've done something wrong. Maybe I'm going to jail. Oh, but we don't. So we can, and in the Discord, we can talk about what's going on here. But we're going to abstract this away. It works, and we don't have to dig into this yet. We can learn about SHEs, but right now we're going to put it away in our hearts where it can't hurt us too much. Okay. So right now, songs HTML is an array. And if I tried to display it, we'd get it like array formatted. Let's join. I think I've seen join before. So
And even if you hadn't, that would be fine because it's our friend.
yeah. So can you talk to us a little bit about what's going on with join while I try and do it? I'm going to call the join on the results of the map method. And this sounds super, super scary, but I'm just going to find where that map
So we're
method
just doing
is.
one thing after the other.
And
It
here,
looks like a lot, but we're just
I just
tacking
have
on
to say join and then those smooth braces.
smooth braces.
Look. Is it not smooth braces? It is. Parentheses. Um, and the reason we're putting it here is because if we come all the way up past our instructions, we see that our map starts
Not
here
there.
And if you click on it, it'll show you where the closing one is as well.
That's where rainbow, what's it called? Rainbow braces comes into.
Is it? Because like
Yeah.
Type Bear is saying we haven't heard smooth braces either. Okay, cool. I've been trying to say
Um,
curly babies and stuff less. So it's like, oh yes, smooth braces.
I do like curly baby.
I mean, we could also say smooth babe. Oh, little chubby baby cheek braces. Um, I'm just always worried that I'll incur. Oh, joy, and we have to pass in an empty string here. I know. Can I guess? This empty string is where the array that's getting converted into a string is going to get passed.
No, so join. Oh, right. So so it's using the whatever you pass into this to join the different bits together. So that's what goes in between.
Oh, so it's gonna add stuff into
Yeah.
this.
So for if you put like a space bar, a space character, it would join them with spaces in between.
Oh no, we did something really similar with Ramon experimenting. Submit our code. Oh, do you know what? Mr. Grubworm says, "Oh, I've heard parens for smooth bait. We gotta stop saying like smooth and curl. I mean, we don't. So we need to update the playlist in our HTML document. And do you know what? Today we gotta go fast. Um, hmm. It's gonna be equal to.
So it's the yeah. So do we want this as a variable? In which case, do we have a let or const that we need?
Oh, so this is brand new. Const song. We're not
Isn't
reassigning a let. Play list.
I'm not sure. Do you want to check above if you scroll up? Have we talked about it yet?
I'm not seeing it.
Right, stop.
Oh, because it would be a global variable. No. Do this. Playlist.songs.innerhtml. And then parens?
So are we saying that playlist.songs.html equals songs.html, or are we saying it the other way around?
Oh. So assign songs HTML to the inner HTML property. I think it might be the other way around.
So playlist songs we've already defined.
Yeah.
So we can just have it as playlist songs.html equals songs.html.
Oh.
Or is it this way around?
Let's check our code.
It'll be wrong because we've
Oh,
got too many equal signs for now.
it'll definitely be wrong, but it being wrong can't. Oh, it's like so wrong that it doesn't even love us. Anna's suggesting that we want to do. No, that'd be so hard. Oh, songs HTML does exist. Okay. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. So playlist songs inner HTML is going to be set to equal to songs HTML.
Oh, it is a button. Okay, brilliant.
No. Okay. Made it way more complicated in my head. Next, we need to call render songs function and pass in the user data songs in order to fully display the songs in the UI. Okay, we haven't seen this before. Optional chaining, question dot. So this is saying, this is me adding things. So if I said, I'm passing in user data question dot songs, I'm saying, hey, I want you to use what you find, the value you find with user data. I sound really confident, but I'm this is a question. And then that plus dot songs is like also, if you can find a value for songs, also you pass this in as well. Yes.
So accessing nested properties that might be null or undefined. So if it's null or undefined, then it returns.
So here, what I think I'm doing is I'm saying, oh, wait, hang on. No, we are definitely getting the dopamine from that. Okay, so as soon as we said, I want you to call the render songs function. I want you to, so all of this injecting the HTML we just wrote, I want you to do that, but I want you to do that with the user data variable. And if there are songs associated with it, use those, or the user data object. And if you can find songs as a value within those, give me those songs.
So if you scroll slightly to the right on that little bit there above.
Yeah.
Returns undefined if it's non-existent.
Okay. So if it tried to go, if I said user data song, wait, I just wrote song again. Not only would it not work, we would get undefined here. It would be like, hey, that doesn't exist. I'm going to throw you this type error. Okay. Render songs function with user data. I literally did though. Y'all,
Is it yelling
am I losing my mind?
the space?
Oh, I bet it doesn't like the space.
I mean, I personally don't like the space. And apparently my fury was justified.
Yeah. Oh, I see Ramon hiding in the chat. Ramon, save us, save us. Save me. You're so helpful. You're so chill. I don't love. There must be a Jessica on their team, right? They're not picking on me. So now that we have all the songs displayed on the screen, it would be nice to sort them in alphabetical order using an array method called sort. Okay. Oh, this sounds magical. So sort converts the elements of the array into strings. Okay. Array element to string. Cool. And then puts them in order in value of UTF-16 encoding. I'm going to call sort to the user data songs. So the sort method is going to be like dot sort, or it's sort around the whole thing. Sort. Try it like this first. I don't think it's going to work.
Names dot sort. So I would have gone with user data songs dot sort.
Yeah, user data songs. Oh, dot sort. Yeah. You know what? What is it like to be so perfectly correct in such a laid back way?
Read.
So look, okay, I was giving you a lot of credit and you were like, Jess, you're just doing a
Sorry.
bad job.
No,
No,
I'm sorry.
no, you're a joy.
Very good at reading. Sometimes.
Do you know what? Like actually reading the instructions is not my sort. So user data songs dot sort. Yes, it works. Okay. To sort our songs in alphabetical order, we're going to need to pass in a compare callback function into our sort method. Cool. I don't know what this means. I'm really excited to not know what this means. And we can all, I mean, you might secretly know what it means. And Ramon's in the chat. He knows what it means. Some of our learning. But let's go ahead and just like not know what it means together. To sort the songs in alphabetical order by title, we need to pass in a compare callback function. Okay. No, I don't like it.
Is it
Okay.
because greater
In the
than
next
less
few steps,
than?
we'll learn about what this does. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this can't hurt us if we don't look at it too hard.
I
But for now, A and B parameter sync. That's all we're going to do with an empty callback function.
yeah. So
Hmm.
if you just
I think it's
scroll
going to give me an
scroll up,
error.
you
Oh,
just yeah.
um, so we're still. So it's still got us using this arrow notation.
So we want that inside the function.
Oh, inside this. So these get.
Yep, they're the parameters, and then you want a little
Oh,
bunch of
I curly babies.
curly brackets.
Okay.
That's why it sounds weird, because I think I got taught brackets as the name rather than braces.
Brackets sounds fantastic.
Yeah,
All right, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we've got a really good question for Q&A. And that's a really good point. If y'all have questions, drop them in for the Q&A. The sort method accepts a compare callback function that defines a sort order. Okay. I'd really think about this as like expects even more than it accepts. So, like for folks who think English is not your first language, that's a very unfair pronunciation. So if I'm using sort, what it wants me to give it is a compare callback function, which you wrote, which we did it with that arrow notation that defines the sort order. So in this example, the first condition, if a dot name is greater than b dot name, it'll check to see if the name of the first fruit is less than the second fruit. If so, the first fruit is sorted before the second fruit. Okay. Oh, this is us, Laura. This is our time. Strings are compared lexigraphically. And understandably, everybody who's not a big language dork is like, no, 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 no. That's cool. Cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. This is saying, like, when we were doing JavaScript stuff, I was like, no, 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 we'll die. And I'm like, cool. What this means is it's going to compare character by character. So that sounds really complicated. We could talk about what that means in the Discord. So we'll get through the hard parts. But this just means, look, I'm using Roman letters. Can I use it on non-Roman? No, focus. This is saying, look, we're using Roman letters. You're asking what to compare what's larger. I'm going to look at A, character by character. Apples is less than bananas because A comes before B in the Roman alphabet. Cool, cool, cool. Scary, but it can't hurt us unless you get into linguistics. Then it can always hurt you.
I think they also specified a UTF schema a few pages ago.
Oh yeah, but I didn't want to like. I only want to hurt them so much, and
Okay,
like
cool. Yeah.
UTF and standards. We'll do that sometime when all the learners are having a good day. So inside our callbacks function, start an if. So if, and then our if, I'm going to have the conditions in the smooth braces and where we're going in the curly braces. If a dot title is greater than less than b dot title, return minus one. What? What? So minus one what?
Just -1.
Just minus one.
It's just returning, instead of 1 or 0, the number -1.
Oh, I bet it's building a little an order. Spoiling. And we're gonna probably run a little bit long today. So if you've got to escape, not a problem at all. Oh, Ramon says this is super cursed. So A is greater than B, or A is less, A is greater than B is true, but also is greater than with an H. Yeah. Ramon, stop telling people about this. It'll make things worse. We have to abstract away the linguistics part for safety. So on the second condition, if a name is less than b name, return 1. Okay, so okay. Yeah, so if a is larger, return -1. Put it up, move it up.
If A
If
is smaller,
if a is
-1.
I'm gonna stop talking. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're absolutely correct. So inside our callback, I've heard these called nested if statements. I bet we're gonna learn a different way to do these that's a little bit less.
I've heard some nasty things said about nested ifs.
They can get you sometimes. So I'm gonna copy and paste this because apparently I cannot keep greater than or less than in my head. So
I mean, I
return
do love copy paste.
1. Okay.
I think I also found that sometimes if you just press copy and paste on the line, it pastes the entire line, which is quite nice.
What? What?
Oh,
Have you
yes.
just been out here living correctly while I've just been goofing off? Like
I'm very lazy.
the learners have convinced me to stop saying lazy and instead say energy. Say optimize, energy efficient.
I'm very, very efficient and optimized.
And here we're just gonna look for an equals. And this we're gonna use the 3 equals, I bet.
3 calls, yeah.
3 which Ramon taught us. So I'm actually so if oh, so I don't even have to say this. So I've already said if this one's bigger or if this one's smaller. So I don't have to say another if or is it an else?
It just says
Or
return O.
yeah,
Just
just
there's no
return.
else. It just returns O.
I don't love it, but yeah.
Um,
It's time to begin implementing the function for playing songs. So define. Okay. Oh no, I got super excited. But look at this. Because of your great example, I'm actually reading all the instructions, most of them. And we're going to use this arrow notation again, aren't we? And we know that because it says use the const. And I forgot how to do an arrow notation already. Where is one?
a little rocket, and then the curly braces if you feel so inclined and want to write.
I don't. I don't feel inclined to do anything. So smooth braces?
And I would also equals.
Oh,
Equals
yes. Oh, because it's a const.
normal brackets.
And then we can have our arrow and then our.
And I want to have a rocket there.
Oh, that's a rocket, not a
Yeah.
equals.
And then we also probably want to change the name of Plat Song. And we want an ID parameter.
Oh, thank you. I was very, very pleased where I was like, ha ha ha, I've actually read. And you're like, I bet you didn't.
I mean, it's
I got excited. Okay. So the find method retrieves the first. Okay. I got this. So the find element will go to an array that's been specified and it'll look for certain conditions. If I've got an array of puppies, because we like to use puppies as our example arrays, and I say, hey, find me a puppy with a wet nose. It'll come to the basket of puppies. It'll pick up the first puppy. I mean, probably kiss it on the head, but that's just how JavaScript does with puppies. And if that first puppy has a wet nose, it'll be like, boom, I got your puppy. It won't even check the rest of the puppies. It'll just give me that first puppy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Create a const. Use const to create a variable name. Are we to do this inside our song? Almost definitely.
So, yep, const variable song, assign it to the result of find on userdata.songs. So we want to do song equals.
Oh.
Yes, userdata question mark dot songs
question mark dot songs
dot songs
I know things. Songs, and then we use the dot find.
That's the badger.
And we've got the curly braces
Little
again.
methods inside.
And then we want to find the one that matches the ID.
So we want the callback method inside that set of brackets. So like a basically pretend it's it's like an orphanless, the parentless function, like an orphan function or something. Should I not use the
So hang on. Song. So the find callback is to oh wait. We're cool. Check to see if song ID is strictly equal to ID. Song dot ID is strictly equal, and that says 3 equals ID.
We may want to pass in the ID as a parameter.
Okay.
So at the first bit before song ID.
Yeah.
And then we do the rest of the little
Oh,
function.
it still needs the doofy thing?
Yes, it does still need the doofy thing.
And then I'm just saying sounds now. Okay. Cool. The find method should have the song as a parameter of its arrow callback function. Okay, you know what? Oh, because within this function, it already knows what ID is. Does it not know what
right.
song is, or does it need both?
So const song equals scroll up slightly, please.
Yeah.
Use song as a parameter of the find callback function and check. Okay, const equals song, and then equals okay, song ID. Okay, equals ID.
Okay.
That's what it's going to do. And your find method should, and what's it complaining about?
Your find method should use strict equality to check and see if song ID is equal to ID. Does it mean like 2 and not the?
Stricter is the 3 one.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, is it because I've added a bunch of spaces and it doesn't always load? No.
No, it doesn't like that. Okay, so if you scroll up slightly and then go, oh yeah, it doesn't like the curlies. Okay.
Remove the curlies. Remove these curly braces?
Maybe it's because I would assume the curly should be fine, but apparently single line wants no curly brackets.
Mm.
Although I would prefer that code.
I think it'll still run with the curly. Yeah, I think the tests don't love it. We're gonna do this last one, and then I'm gonna go scream into the void because this is Ramon knows why. So Jane's like, hey, come on, it doesn't like these. And Monica's saying it's because we're doing a comparison of return. Ramon, curlies make it so you have to write return. Okay, so this is what Monica was saying. It's like Monica was like, yo, hey, if we were going to be doing a returning something, we need the curly braces, curly brackets. And Ramon's got like, just show it up. But like, oh yeah, curlies go with return. They're friends. Without curlies, it's an implicit. It's so without curlies, I just know that we're going to return it. I don't know, but JavaScript knows that the shared meaning of not using the curly braces here, just using smooths. Java's like, oh, you want me to return this? Yeah. I don't like. I'm not loving JavaScript today, but inside the play song function, we're just going to do this one last one. So if anybody has any questions, we can ask your questions directly to Ramon while I sit under my desk and think about all of my life and the choices that have led me here. So just drop your questions in the chat. It'll be fine. So we're going to set audio.src. And we've never seen this before, but do you know what? That's chill. It sounds like it's a property
Mhm.
is going to be equal to song.src. And because we've never seen this before,
Song.title.
oh,
Wait, hold on. Inside the play song function, set that. Also
yeah,
set the audio
yeah,
dot. Oh, sorry, title dot. Yeah,
yeah.
apologies.
And I'm just trying it like this because this is syntax we've sort of seen before. And if I'm wrong, we could change it and build it out. And the learners will yell at me lovingly. We're also setting the audio.title property. We're going to set that to with the single equals, sequels. It's not called sequel. I'm so sorry. Please never listen to me.
That particular one was
No,
slightly on the edge of too confusing.
it's much too confusing. So, okay, we've never seen these properties before, but they come with the Web Audio API. So these are just built into the Web Audio API, and we're using them as properties the same way we would use a CSS property if we knew about it or if we'd looked it up. So we've set these using an equal sign, and it probably can't hurt us too much. We're just going to look at step 29, and then we're going to set some homework. Okay, so we're going to set some more Web Audio API properties. That seems super easy, but ha ha ha, you're going to set them inside an if statement to get some more experience with that. Okay, let's look at some of these questions. Oh. So we've only got a couple questions today, and that's super chill. Oh, I'm seeing, let's go top to bottom. And Monica's saying, like, oh, if we wanted to spread out an array, is what we used, is spread the normal way to, is the dot 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 operator a normal way to spread arrays? I'm going to wait for Ramon to shout in the chat or yourself.
Sorry, I've been distracted by the concept of no homework because that's
So I
not
think, oh yeah, I'm sorry, very chaotic way to say all this as well. So I think the dot 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 operator is like built specifically to spread arrays. This is the one I see the most often, but there might be other fancy ways to write more JavaScript and have it do the same thing. Yeah. And Ramon's like, yeah, if you're saying what you're trying to say, dot 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 is the way to do that. Chill. I'm not telling you to chill. Oh, so I don't know this. Isn't there a shorter version of sort? So is there a more streamlined and effective way to sort? And you can hear both of us going type. I know there's different ways. I know there's like, you can write JavaScript to sort arrays. Ooh, what's the array.prototype.sort?
prototype is
Oh.
just something that the documentation throws in for
Oh,
documentation
yes.
purposes.
Oh, so I'm still looking at array dots. Yeah.
You're just looking at the dot sort, but the official documentation chucks in prototype.
That sounds like me.
For reasons.
I think that this might be the most efficient, the shortest way to sort. Yeah. I've got, so Tower of Brilliance asked a question that was actually in my heart. You don't have to be sorry for asking a really good question. So Tower was like, hey. These numbers, -1, 0, and 1, what are we doing with those? Why are they moving us up and down? Like, why are they moving our array items around for us? Why are they moving our objects that were array items around for us? And where, Ramon, you just answered this in a really good way. Where did it go? Ha ha ha. So These are the same way that there's a syntax expected from sort. These numbers are also preset parameters. So if you say 0, don't do anything. So if it equals 0, if it's
Greater than 0.
if it's greater than 0, put push it up in the order. So if you're comparing two things, is A bigger than B? If A is bigger than it, if it's more than 0, if you're getting a value of more than 0, move it up over B. If you're comparing two things and you're getting a number passed in that's less than 0, then A gets moved down. And the 0 being passed in means, nah, just leave it exactly where it is. You don't have to change anything. Your homework is going to be absolutely terrible because Ramon is not here to save you. I would love to see folks try to do, and this doesn't mean before tomorrow. Oh, it's the weekend. You don't have to have this done by Monday. I will not have this done on Monday, but we shouldn't have any big, scary new concepts until 40. No. Sean is like, Ramon, save us. No, Ramon does not have access to any of the clicky things. Like, I'm the boss now, and this is
I
what
also don't
happens
have
when I'm the
access to
boss.
the clicky things, so I
Yeah.
can't save you either.
So you are not responsible for the homework. All of these, Mehmet is saying 50. Mehmet's saying 50. Yeah. Do you know what? Go ahead and go all the way to 60 for your no, babbies. We've already looked through this, and we think there's not going to be anything too scary or dangerous. It's JavaScript. It can't hurt you. If we go ahead and go all the way up to 40. I see somebody saying they still have to finish yesterday's homework. I really want to stress there's no deadlines. Nobody's going to come to your house and be like, show me your homework. You can finish it next week. You can finish it next month. You can finish it next year. Your homework's like your progress isn't going to go away and nothing bad is going to happen to you. You would have to do so much every day to finish when we finish the boot camp. People always finish weeks later or months later, or people come back and join us for the next boot camp. We go fast just to make sure we're not taking up your whole year, but everything is going to be fine. There's no deadlines, there's no tests, there's no homework. Kristen, oh, not a comment, but absolutely accurate all over the place. Callbacks hurt my brain. So like callbacks are still like a if so extra homework. Kristen was honest and vulnerable. So try and get to step 40 if you can. And just think about or read about, and if you're interested, maybe look at some YouTube videos explaining callbacks as optional homework. You don't have to. But if you find anything you really like, drop it in the JavaScript resources channel. Yeah. Your most important homework is please have the easiest possible time you can. Laura, are you going to have a very chill weekend?
I'm going to celebrate the end of the Lunar New Year, so that's really cool.
Yeah. All right. So you're like well on top of your homework. You're going to have a lovely, lovely time.
It's going to be great.
Fab. Thank you so much for joining me. You have been a gift getting us through these hard and scary things. Bye, class, and bye, Laura.